And this is Ruthie Oberg with a devotion from history. The Battle of Tours has been called one of the most important events of world history, as upon its outcome depended whether Christianity or Islam would prevail throughout Europe. For 1 century before this battle, Islamic conquerors had subjugated all the territories in their western march from Arabia to Morocco. In 711, the Muslim hordes crossed the Straits of Gibraltar, landing for the first time on European soil. The Muslim leader ordered all of their boats burned, saying, "We have not come here just to return. Either we conquer or we perish." But unbeknownst to the Muslims, the battle-hardened king of the Franks, Charles, had begun rallying men under his banner. Charles was one of the few European leaders who really understood the significance of those gathering forces on the edges of Europe. He knew that he was vastly outnumbered and that his infantry would have to face a mounted cavalry of the conquerors of Arabia. Yet somehow these Frankish forces managed to defeat the Islamic hordes on this day, October 11th of 732. King Charles became known as Charles Martel, the Hammer, and it was his grandson, Charlemagne, who became known as the Father of Europe. Later, Englishman Edward Gibbon, writing in the 18th century, said if not for the Battle of Tours, perhaps the interpretation of the Quran would be taught in the schools of Oxford, and perhaps the pulpits of England would teach the sanctity of the writings of Muhammad. But Gibbon didn't take into account that there is more than one way to be conquered. For today, the Quran is taught in the schools of Oxford, accorded as equal literature with the Bible, and Sharia law now functions in Great Britain with the full acceptance of the Archbishop of Canterbury. What active conquest could not do in the 8th century, passive resignation has done in this century. That's a lesson that we can learn from history. I'll see you tomorrow on Devotions from History.